everybody. Welcome all to the December 4th Wilton Town Board meeting. We'll start with a public hearing on proposed local law number 5, alternative energy systems. Anybody signed up to speak?
We have Eric Coughlin, 20 Kendrick Hill.
Thank you. I'm Eric Coughlin. I live over near Farmer's Daughter. A couple of comments. I'll take my 3 minutes here to talk about what I saw as a draft of the law. Frankly, I think right now it needs a lot more attention before it could be passed. It's strictly about banning the battery energy storage systems, which I understand, and I heard the logic from the October 2nd meeting, but there's a lot more to it than what's going on. For instance, the Moss Landing facility that you read about, and I'm sure everybody knows about, was 20-year-old technology or so. So I'm not advocating for a battery energy storage. I want to make a really concerned, thoughtful approach to revising a statute or a law in this case. I've had 35 years of experience with the Environmental Protection Agency, working as more of a bureaucratic scientist. I was at the desk more than I was actually out in the field doing stuff. But I have had a lot of experience with laws, rules, and regulations, and I've been members of homeowners associations, boards, written rules and regulations, all that stuff. So I know this stuff in and out. What I did was I wrote up something that's far more than 3 minutes worth of speaking, and I can leave it with you if you'd be interested. Yeah. But yeah, I did a little bit of research over the last few weeks. I think there's a lot to be gained by considering including something like that as a possible business opportunity for people, assuming we can employ or deploy the proper permitting and fire and safety codes. The National Fire Protection Association has an extensive set of codes. I haven't bought it. It's $157 to get their statutes. But ASTM, Underwriters Labs, a lot of other of these international standard-setting organizations have already explored this. And the scientific literature is more than I could even begin to mention in terms of battery technology. So the technology's going out like it always is, faster than people can keep up with it. Mm-hmm. But there are things that can be done to bring this as a business opportunity into the community, because it really is. But if we employ the right safety and performance standards in the permitting, and that means bringing the right people in to do the job. I mean, I can be an armchair quarterback as anybody can, but we need to bring in some qualified people from hazmat and others. And they do emit toxic gases. There's no question about that. The problem is that it's mostly a confined space problem. And the existing draft of the regulation, it says you can use them in residential and two-family dwellings. I don't know if you understand the hazard associated with that. They don't even mention the toxic hazard in a confined space. Yep. It's not as bad when a battery facility burns, as long as the residential, I used to deal with Superfund sites, and we had people we had to evacuate on the immediate proximity of the landfills and things, and had lots of emissions. But there are ways to look at the proper techniques for managing thermal runaway and other things that they're often worried about. So I just want to say, let's give it a little more time. I'd be willing to work with people if they wanted to sit down and try to craft something, because I think what we've got now, you can't just do a global search and replace on a statute. And that's what this was, changing alternative. There's a whole other issue about alternative energy that we need to consider. Wind isn't mentioned. That's the other alternative. If you're talking about renewable sources of energy, you can just say alternative energy technology. That includes incineration, it includes coal, it includes, so you got to broaden the scope. There's other things. So if you want this, I'll be happy to leave it.
Yes, please.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you want, there's some articles and stuff from UL and some other places. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Nicholas Smith.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Smith, 136 Gracemore Road. I wanted to echo a lot of the sentiments that the gentleman who spoke before me gave, but I certainly encourage the board to not go with a blanket ban here just because they tend to not really be enforceable, these type of installations. So it's just not going to accomplish what's these facilities meet all the same standards that allow for things like cell towers and solar farms to be considered public utilities. Once you have a public utility, that public utility standard needs to be applied to their review. Utilities by definition offer public good, so they can't be banned outright. And then they also need to be reviewed at a later standard for any variances that are required. So if the law just includes blanket ban, effectively all that we're accomplishing at that point is kind of giving up any opportunity to give guidance on where these should be cited, because it just says they're not allowed, and if that ban's not enforceable, then it's really saying nothing. So I can go into more detail if you want, but I'd rather save my 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
No.
I'll make a motion, close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Everybody want to stand for pledge of allegiance, please? Pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Supervisor Lamb,
Here.
Deputy Supervisor McCaffrey,
Here.
Councilman Bozardis.
Here.
Councilwoman Callaghan. Here. Councilman O'Connor.
Here.
Thank you. Anybody signed up to speak?
Yes, we have Nancy Kenny.
Hi, I'm Nancy Kenny, the owner of 153 Loudon. I'm here again to ask for a continuance of the cleanup of my property. My daughter and I, we've made a lot of advancements, but we still need more time to finish the project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes. Counter, is it Rowan? Rowan?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's me. I did not sign up to speak.
What?
I did not sign up to speak
I don't know. 51,
verbally.
yeah. No, you just signed
I
in.
might have just signed in.
Perfect, all right, thank you.
Good stuff.
I have no one else.
No one else? Everybody?
Want to speak?
Everybody get a chance to read last month's minutes?
I did. I'll make a motion we approve them.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 30-day waiver for Bracket House, that's liquor license for McGregor Country Club.
I make a motion to adopt that.
Have a second?
I'll second that.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Demolition of 153 Loudon Road.
Mark, what was your recommendation?
So my recommendation as of last month was to remove the home and clean up the property. I wasn't able to go out there, but Marcus is here tonight, and he can talk about it, and we had one of the councilmen attend with Marcus yesterday.
I'll speak for the board, I think. Yeah, I went out to the house. What I witnessed is a mess. I can see where they made progress. You can actually step foot in the house. Every floor in the house is saturated and soggy. You almost have to step like you're when we were firemen, and you have to put your foot down first to make sure you're not going to go through the floor. in my opinion, and this is just my opinion only, this house will never be able to be habitable. That's my opinion. I don't know, Marcus, if he's here and you want to come up?
I totally agree with what you're saying. The amount of work and need, the structure needs is beyond that now.
Mold, black mold, the floors were so saturated with something. The levels of, I don't even know what the levels would have been. I didn't have a meter that day. I wish I did, but I didn't. You know, the one thing I am gonna say, and I'm very disappointed, is when we went out, we found, there's a path going from the house to the generators, to the yard, so we took pictures of everything, and when we opened up a shed, and I found animals in cages, it broke. I feel bad for the animals in the cages more than I feel bad. That house needs to be ripped down and removed immediately. I can't tell you what, I'm glad I'm not on the board next year, let's just say that.
Anybody else want to speak? Somebody want to make a motion?
Can I possibly say something, please?
Say whatever you want.
We're actually in the process to get another home right now. And
Then we're gonna be doing you a service by having that place leveled and removed. It'll go on a tax, it'll go against your taxes. That place needs to be leveled and the entire property needs to be leveled. And I feel sorry for your neighbors, because I don't know where that stuff's gonna end up, but it's gonna end up, whatever's living there is gonna end up in your neighbors' yards.
Somebody want to make a
And if you're
motion?
gonna get a new house, that's great. Believe me, I'm a very compassionate person. I went there with compassion in hand, but when I walked in that shed, and to hear somebody tell me that that you don't know how they got in there. They don't know how they got in the shed, you don't know how the shovel got stuck in the door, and don't know how they got in the cages. I just don't, the compassion was gone after that. I make a motion to whatever Mark recommended.
The second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Proposed local law 5, alternative energy systems. I think it might be fair if we let the new incoming board
I agree.
do some study on this and let them make the recommendation.
Absolutely, I was going to recommend that as well, sir.
Okay?
You're gonna table that?
So we're going to table that.
Yeah, table it.
Hopefully, we can come to a good compromise, and you're
Right.
able to give us some insight. Again, as you know, I spoke heavily on it, going by current and old standards, but if we can come up with an alternative energy source for our town and be safe, as you know, I'm a fireman, so that had a lot to do with my feelings, but that should be separate. But anyways, if we can move forward with an alternative energy source and storage in this town where it's safe for our residents and off-gassing for the individual houses and the community, I support you. That's why I was going to vote to table it as well.
I'll be happy to help.
Well, you're going to have to talk to those people over there.
Okay?
We're good.
Road dedication, Branch Boulevard, you say that? Wispens Way, Phase 2B, Forest Grove, stormwater easements and convenience. Did you look at those roads, Mike?
What's that, Mike?
Yes, I did.
Happy with them?
It'd be our standard.
Good.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Sorry.
Could we have the motion for
I'll second.
for the road dedication?
Okay.
And who
Oh,
is
it's
that?
two separate ones?
Yeah.
Please.
All right, I'll do the road dedication. Aaron can do the other.
I'll second.
Okay, thank
All in
you.
favor?
Aye.
I got a shot at that one.
I'll do the second one.
Stormwater?
Yep.
Stormwater, somebody else make that motion?
I seconded her motion.
Thank you.
Your 3 minutes are up.
Your time.
We got a motion and a second?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Proposed local law 1 of 2026, 683 Saratoga Road, PUDD. How you doing, Scott?
Scott Lansing with Lansing Engineering, representing the applicants for this project. The parcel is located at 683 Saratoga Road, approximately 31 acres. What we are proposing is a PDD for the project. It does include 2 buildings that are 6,500 square feet each. Those are commercial buildings. Those would be on Saratoga Road. And a roadway coming back to 8 10-unit condominium buildings in the back portion of the parcel. It does include a 4-lot subdivision, so a lot for a commercial building in the existing building that's on the south, and then the 4th lot would be for the condominiums in the back. As far as utilities, it is served by public water, public sewer. We are proposing pedestrian pathways, one completely along the entire frontage of Saratoga Road, sidewalks coming in to connect all of the properties and residents to the main road, as well as to the utilities. And then we do have a trail that comes back, meanders up the hill. The topography does go up quite a bit in the back of the parcel. There is a pond as well on the parcel, proposing a gazebo and a gathering area in that central area. Meets all the town requirements as far as parking. This is the first step in the PDD process. We are requesting the board's consideration to refer us to the planning board so we can get comments from the planning board, and then hopefully get a positive referral back to this town board, and the town board can consider the PDD legislation, and then we go back again to the planning board after that for site plan review and approval. So we're at the first step of the process, we're in the process, and here for any questions or comments from the board. And
Yeah, I was just going to ask that question.
Referral to the planning board.
Where exactly along Saratoga Road is this?
The old turkey farm.
The grill house.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Down a ways. No more near me. I got too much congestion now. I'll make the motion, we send it, kick it to planning.
You said, make a motion to set the public hearing?
Oh, is that what we're doing?
All right.
Well, look, if I ask a question first.
All right.
Go for it.
Personally, I'm not familiar enough with the project to advance it to a public hearing. Secret process and everything else, I'm not sure where we are with all that.
So the very first step would be for the town board to refer it to the town planning board for an advisory opinion, and also the county planning board for advisory.
Yeah.
And also, I would suggest that the town board request that the town planning board seek lead agency.
Yeah.
So that would be the first step. And
then after getting that feedback, we would go to a public hearing.
Then it's on you.
And then decide.
It's probably March by the time we get to that.
All right.
Yeah, keep it.
So,
And we'll have more of
Yeah, you guys will have all the
view
information you need.
of what the renderings will look like by then.
Goes back to the board for final before it goes on to planning board to go through the process.
Correct.
Yeah.
Multiple board review.
Yeah.
So at this stage, do we want to refer it to the planning board as lead agency?
So there's going to be, let's say, 3 motions.
Yep.
One to the town planning board for an advisory opinion.
Okay.
To the county planning board for advisory opinion. And third for requesting that the town planning board seeks lead agency.
Okay.
Correct.
If that's what you want to do, it's perfectly appropriate to do.
Yeah, all right. Do we need 3 different motions to do that?
I'll make the
Council?
first motion, that way mine doesn't change.
3 different motions to do that? Okay.
Oh,
So,
only one motion, Ryan.
3 steps.
yeah, I'll make a motion that we follow the following 3 steps. Step number 1 is
Town planning board.
town planning board referral for an opinion. Step number 2 is the county planning board referral for an opinion. And the third would be to ask the planning board if they would accept the responsibility of being the lead agency on this application.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Is that what you wanted?
Yes, thank you.
Well, why don't you just say so?
He did, I said it.
Have fun bouncing around.
What's that? Road dedication, Ivy Ridge subdivision. How do you say that? Wisteria Court and
Wisteria Court.
Cross Vine Way. Did you look at that, Michael?
And you also made our standards, yeah.
Satisfied?
Okay.
I'll make a
It's
motion.
off Ingersoll, right?
Yes.
Okay, all
one.
right, yeah.
I'll make a motion that we approve Wisteria Court and Crossvine Way.
Have a second?
Second.
Aye. In favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Saratoga County Hazardous Mitigation Action Plan Update 2025. You want to talk about that, Ryan? Mark, Ryan?
Mike is on this one.
You're up, Mark.
Mark, John.
Thanks for dressing up.
Mark's like, I put in my,
This has been a process for about a year. The county has been getting together a hazmat plan, or a hazardous incident plan for the entire county, not just Wilton. We need to adopt this. So what this plan does is gives us FEMA funds in the case of an incident, tornado, a major snowstorm, something like that.
Mark, I read through that. It mentions dam collapse, but only the one at Route 50 on Upper Lake.
Correct.
Doesn't mention the
No, because it's not our dam.
That's Saratoga, City of Saratoga's. Hopefully they include it in theirs. I know.
Are you making a take motion? Are you making a take motion? Somebody want to make a motion, adopt it?
Are we doing that right now, or was it just discussion?
Yeah, you have to adopt it.
All right, I'll make a motion, we adopt it.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried.
Thanks. Thank you, Mark.
Reappointment Wilton Water Sewer Authority. Is that Evan Schrader, 12/4/2025 to 12/31/27. David Eustace. You want to do them one at a time?
No.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to reappoint Mr. Schneider and Mr. Eustace.
oh, second.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. You did them both, right?
Yep.
Reappoint Board of Assessment Review Marty Ledoux, 12/4/2025 to 9/30/2030.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to reappoint Marty Ledoux to the Board of Assessment Review.
Have a second?
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Committee reports?
I don't have a committee report, but I do want to take this time to thank John McCachran, John Lamp, and Dwayne Bogardus for their leadership and their time and dedication to this town. Your love of this town is so evident to all of us that know the three of you. So much of your work that you do behind the scenes that not everybody gets to see, but we do. And I want you to know that it didn't, all that work over the years, even before I got on this board and was on the planning board and worked with you guys, it's just evident, not only your time on this board, but you serve this community as firefighters, and you led us in so many ways, and I just want to say thank you to all three of you.
It was our pleasure, mine anyways.
Thank you for the kind words.
Thank you, Joanne.
I'm going to third that, Joanne. Aaron and I have shared this dais with these three gentlemen for the last 6 years, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with the three of you guys.
Our lines aren't changing, so if you need any
I know where to find you.
info or guidance, you know what corner to find me on.
Yes.
And it's been my pleasure for the last 12 years. I might actually rejoin the fire department now. You never know. I know you would, but I can give it.
I do have a committee report. Well, sort of. I chaired the town's emergency services. The committee looked at all aspects of emergency response within the town. We discussed how we responded to COVID, natural disasters. We looked at past, current, and discuss future practices of both fire departments, the Greenfield Fire District, the Wilton Fire District, and the Wilton EMS ambulance. Trying to see what we did, what we're doing, and what we need to do. The committee worked for over a year on many things. We worked with code enforcement on trying to increase and upgrade our building codes as far as when the fire department responds to something, what they see, we contact. We have great open communications with the code enforcement officers now. So the committee, again, I chaired it, and I hope
We'll keep it going.
I hope it can be carried out. That's it. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Just briefly, the fishing pier project and trails going to and from off Northern Pines Road. Next week, we're going to have a pre-construction meeting, so that project gets underway officially next week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Christmas tree lighting tomorrow night?
Yes. 6:30? No, I don't have my phone to check.
Bring your family and put some warm clothes on.
Hopefully it doesn't snow.
It's on the information is on the website and the letter, so it's a little earlier. I think it's more like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
It's gonna be cold.
Snacks for the kids.
So won't read this one.
Mine are down at the street walk freezing.
You got anything else?
Everyone's performing. Every year, it's always so cold.
I want to make a recommendation to Ray and Aaron and the incoming board. We have a young lady here who isn't very happy, and I don't blame her, with septic problem. My opinion should have been fixed a long time ago, but we have no town law. There's no county rule and regulations, and the state is wishy-washy. I've had a lot of people look into this. They leave it up to local authority to make a decision on it. But I think in the future, if we have any failure septic systems or wells, and there's a county or town system in front of the house, it should be made hook up immediately or give them so many days. And it should be a local law, and I hope you work with it and try and make this young lady happy. She does deserve a lot of answers. And last I knew, they were supposed to go to court the 5th. But
January?
this month.
No, I think
I was told, but I don't know what. But I feel bad for you, believe me.
I appreciate the acknowledgement.
So
We all have looked into it, and I know I've asked a lot of questions about it, but it's kind of a little bit of above us and out of our hands and other people's hands that we can't control.
That's why you need a local law.
I spoke with John yesterday on this, and the other second part to that is the expense of tying into public should be addressed as well. We were able to put that expense on a tax map for Davison Drive, and that tool should be there when somebody does need to spend 17 or 8. My son just had one, they wanted $19,000 to do it.
Good thing you paid for it for him.
Yeah, thank you. I know, I did the work. I didn't pay for it.
Christmas present.
Whatever. But there should be a tool to where, maybe the town could pay it and put it on a tax map for 10 years. Oh, yeah.
Like a special taxing district.
Like we did for Davison Drive. It was put on their taxes.
Anytime there's been an expansion, I used to be the chairman of the Wilton Water and Sewer Authority a long time ago, and anytime there's been an expansion of the system, a special tax district is set up so that the users of the system can pay for the expense of it over time.
Right, and that's what they need.
And in years gone by, we had issued, bonds to that effect at low tax exempt rates. So if there could be a methodology to do that on a smaller scale, It makes a lot of sense. It's a
When
good
we
suggestion.
force somebody to tie in, and if they don't have the $19,000 or whatever it costs to tie it in, then there should be a mechanism in place by this town to be sure that what we're requiring them to do, at least they don't have to give up a half a year's wages to do it.
Yeah, we'll talk with the Water and Sewer Authority about putting something together, perhaps.
Thank you, John. Chief.
Maria, want to give you a report, please?
Yes, so our first category is the 2025 budget transfers, and number one in there is using our contingent account to fund the deficit in the cemetery's repair and maintenance line for equipment that's being used for repair in the cemetery. The second item is also using our contingent account to cover a deficit in our personnel background screening. We have new employees and the junior VA coach screening that occurs this time of year. We have a $1,200 invoice for that, so we'd like to cover that with our contingent account. The third item is our project for pump replacement and installation for the highway area for the oil and water separator. Is going to be $12,000, and we're going to be using unused budget in the brush and weeds contractual expenditures category to cover that funding. The fourth transfer is using unused salaries and seasonal positions to cover ED road improvements that exceeded budget of $53,54.64 for asphalt and blacktop needed for that repair. Also using miscellaneous funds in the maintenance of roads category for CDL testing expenses for random testing, $265. And then lastly, our sixth item is using unused maintenance roads salaries, seasonal salaries again, to cover the repair of the salt screen. We have $1,000 of expenses that we need to fund for that. So those are the 6 budget transfers for 2025.
Make a motion.
You want to make the motion to, that you, Ray?
I'll make a motion to approve items 1 through 6.
Have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. Our second category is personnel. The first 3 items are related, but I thought it would be easier to digest if we just broke them down into 3 categories. So Sherry Worth Holden, who is our current full-time clerk to the justice, is submitting her letter of resignation from that full-time position, and her last day working as full-time clerk to the justice will be January 5th, 2025. 26, thank you. Yes, yes, 26.
Thanks for working for free the rest of the year.
So that's one piece of it. I don't know if you want to.
Everything worked out.
From what I hear.
She got the answers that she needed.
Yes, correct, Sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you back there. I know we talked at length at the budget meeting, so you're good with, all this. All right, perfect.
You're
Thank
very
you.
valuable assets. We need to do whatever we need to do.
Just want to make sure you do not get hit on that. I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Sherry, thank you so much for all your years of service and the great job you did for the town.
33 years is enough.
Yes.
I think you could work with
There's more.
And we missed you.
So Justice David Town is requesting that Sherry Worth Holden be hired as a part-time clerk for up to 17 and a half hours a week, beginning January 6th, 2006, as needed, through up to and including April 6th of 2026. And if approved, her rate of pay will be $35.17 an hour. And the reason is because Sherry has very generously offered to stay on to help train the new full-time clerk of justice who will be a part of this.
I'll make the motion.
Second his motion.
I don't think it's enough, but
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. And so,
Welcome back, Sherry.
33 years and counting.
That was a short one.
That was a long retirement.
And a half.
so Part C of this is that Justice David Town is requesting that Cassidy Dosher be appointed to the full-time clerk to the justice position that was vacated by Sherry Worth Holden starting January 6, 2026, pending the completion of her paperwork. I believe she's coming in on the 9th to do some of her paperwork. And if approved, the rate of pay for Ms. Dosher will be $30 an hour.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
In favor? Opposed? Carried.
Here's another one.
On to the next side, there's a lot of personnel items. So,
There's Mark.
D, E, and F are somewhat related. Mark Mikens, our senior building inspector, will retire effective January 2, 2026, and it's requested that the board accept Mark's retirement.
Thank you for all your years, Mark, too.
Yes.
Now, road trip.
Is there one about half-time, coming back part-time too?
Part-time building inspector, fire
I
department.
want to thank the board for all the support they've given me through the years, myself and my department.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything you've done for this town.
If we don't have a majority vote on this one, does he have to stay?
No, he's a phone call away. Yeah. Oh, the
Do I
state
make a
says no.
motion?
Means you get to leave and you still get paid.
With deep regret, I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you again, Mark.
Thank you. So John Hurley, who is our current building inspector, is available to assume the senior building inspector position that was vacated by Mark Mikens. The anticipated start date would be January 2, 2026, pending completion of paperwork, which I believe is going to be a very simple letter that needs to be submitted to the county, so that is not estimated to take time, much at all.
I'll make that motion to appoint, or to
You good
have
with
him
that, John?
assume that position. I already asked him a couple times, like 50 times already. So.
You do have a chance to back out. We haven't ratified this.
I will second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
He'll do a great job.
Sure will.
Thank you. And then lastly, with regard to the building department, the board is requested to consider a new position, a part-time fire and building inspector. So it would be a person who has both code enforcement experience as well as fire inspection experience and certifications to come and work for the town to help alleviate any additional work and backlog work that department has.
Sounds like a good job for Dwayne.
No. I did it before, no thanks. But I do know personally it's well needed. We probably needed it years ago. So
We had somebody fill out the
Yeah, so we
application today.
we definitely need that position.
Gotta be done.
Without question.
Yeah, you need a fire inspector.
Absolutely. We have a lot of. I'll make a motion to create the position
No,
for
second
part-time
it.
fire and building inspector.
I'm sorry, who seconded?
John.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. Item G, the board is requested to ratify the hire of Gavin Halligan as MEO for the Highway Department at the rate of $25.91. Gavin's start date was December 1st, 2025.
Make a motion to approve Mr. Halligan's hiring.
Second.
Second.
Oh,
Second.
machine equipment operator.
Aye.
Seconded that? I did. Which one
All in
can-
favor? Aye.
Give it to
Opposed? Carried.
And lastly, our assessor, Nicole Monroe, we're asking the board to consider a proposal to increase the pay for 2026. Currently, the 2026 rate is budgeted at $41.21 for an annual total of $75,002.20. The hourly rate that's proposed is $45 an hour or $81,900 annually.
You want to make that motion?
What was the starting rate coming from to the 2026 budget?
Starting at $41.21.
No, prior to that?
Prior to that, $40, just making $40 an hour now, currently.
Okay.
I will make that motion.
Second.
I'll second that.
Nicole's been working all alone for last month. I think she's gonna be working alone for quite a while, the way our workforce is.
Have you had any luck with,
We've got some
All in favor?
we're going to be interviewing next week. Hopefully, we can pick a good candidate from that.
is that a,
He said all in favor.
civil service, or no?
This is just a clerk position because there was nobody on the list to even get a higher.
Find somebody that's good with numbers?
Or the assessment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aye.
Sorry. Aye.
Have a motion, second?
Yes, Dwayne did.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I just want to say I've worked with this board for 6 years now, and it's been a real honor for me to be the supervisor of this great town. I appreciate everything you folks did. You always put the residents first. You moved this town ahead. You've done a great job, Dwayne, on that court building. You put a lot of time into it. I appreciate that. And John McCarpin, you done a hell of a job at Gavin Park. You always impressed me with your ability, John. You kept that splash park going and fixed it when it broke. I don't know how many thousands and thousands of dollars you saved this town.
The switch.
He saved a lot of money, because one time we had somebody come in, cost us down to 12 grand, they had to fly a person in, right?
That's correct.
I'd like to thank Mrs. Baldwin for a great job she did at town clerk, and always the guidance she gave me.
A lot of guidance.
Yes, I need a lot of guidance. Mark, you and your staff, appreciate it. You always kept us out of trouble. Great working with the building department. And Maria, I always valued your smarts. You're very intelligent. This town is so lucky to have you, because you're the one who makes this town work, believe me. I wish the incoming board a lot of success. I wish everybody happy and safe Christmas.
And also,
Thank you, John.
Mr. Shackner for keeping us at courts.
It was a
Keeping us
challenge.
safe. And I want to reiterate everything that John did say, and all the stuff that I've done out of my own time, my own personal stuff, that's still available. I'm still Wilton first, no matter what. I did it as a member of this community, not as a board member. So, you know.
I've been asking you for over a year to put an insert in my house. You can't even do that, now you volunteer. Well, my house first.
I fix
It's
your
pretty
insert
cold.
every year. I told you to get a new
No,
one.
that's right, I told you to get him, put it in. So before you take on
not
any
telling the
town
truth.
jobs, take
He's
care of
not
my
tell-
work first.
He's not telling the truth.
It was good working with you, Ryan, too. You're a smart guy, too.
See if you can go put up a tree stand, will you?
I also want to thank everybody in the town, the community. Congratulations, wait a minute here, I get the names correct. To Supervisor Strum, Councilman Ruin, and Councilman Keely, I hope I pronounced it right. Congratulations on your election.
Yes.
We're turning over probably the best town in the county to you. Hopefully you can carry it onward.
Just put the town first.
I'm very emotional about this today, so I'll try to get through it. I want to thank Scott and Roy for saving us tons and tons and tons of money on all the projects you did. I worked directly with Scott on the court building, scout camp stuff, and they even helped put the bridge in place. Of course,
We got another John Lant.
they kept telling me to stay over here, but anyways, Scott, you and I talk a lot. You're just invaluable. I wanted to give you a $100,000 raise, but they wouldn't let me. Oh wait, you're retiring.
He's
Oh wait, you've been retiring.
Oh, we
for 5
did
years.
give it to you.
Yeah.
We did give it to you. It was the day after you retired, though.
He's retired. He just hasn't left it.
Be careful. He comes
All right, I'm going to try to get through my little list here. I want to thank the town of Wilton for giving me the opportunity for 8 years to help guide you. Obviously, I want to thank our fellow boardmen. It's been a great Well, John and I have worked at the fire department emergency services for 10,000 years. This last 6 years was my first opportunity to work with Ray and Aaron, who are great resources. I mean, Ray brings financial and banking knowledge to help us with our finances. Aaron just brings a wealth of everything. She's just an all-around person. Mark Mikens, good luck on your retirement. I already thanked Scott, I won't thank you again. And then, my last one, I'll do personally, to Ryan and Sue and Amy. Sorry.
Hey, we're all still friends.
No.
Yeah.
Until we leave. Anyways, good luck on the next board, and thank you.
We force ourselves upon them, it ain't no big deal.
You want to make a motion, adjournment?
Absolutely, I'll make that motion.
Second? Okay.
Give us an